live on here. Let's get to it. Let's get to it. Let's get to it. Yeah, where we at? Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Where am I looking? Where am I looking? Where am I looking? Hey. Welcome back to Blues House. I'm your host, Bluminati, man. Yeah, let's get into this news. But before I do, man, if you're watching this, hit that like button, subscribe, and hit that notification bell so you know the next time I go live. Also, if you want to have your questions answered on my daily live shows, you can go to right here, www.buymeacoffee.com/blueshouse. You can drop a tip, which will, as you know, support the channel. And also, you can ask your question and it'll be answered live on air. And I will try to get to everybody's questions. This is actually my first time advertising that, so I don't know if I'm gonna have any questions today, but just letting y'all know that that's what y'all can do, man. So let's get into it. Michael Keaton, OG Batman, is in doubt for the Flash movie. An article came out. I guess they did an interview with my guy. Don't need that. Turn that off. They did an interview with old Michael Keaton, and it seems it's in doubt whether he's going to be doing the Flash movie or not. So to me, this is just a long line of what can I call it? Missteps that WB and DC is taking in regards to what they're doing with their DC Comics content. It's crazy because, and I'm gonna get into it a little bit later after I talk about the Flash not being, with Michael Keaton not being in the Flash movie or raising concerns and raising doubt about not being in the Flash movie. It seems like WB DC is just coming out and just giving us these titles. Oh, we got the Zatanna movie we're working on. We got the Flash movie. Flash was supposed to be in production. They ain't started yet because they don't know what they're doing. But they keep announcing these movies with no clear-cut path. Oh, we're going to do a New Gods movie. We're going to get Ava DuVernay. Right? We're going to get Ava DuVernay to do it. I ain't heard nothing from her, nothing from DC or Warner Brothers since that announcement. What y'all doing over there, Warner Brothers? So let's get into this article. It says Michael Keaton casting doubt over reprising Batman for Flash. There was much excitement in June last year when we learned Michael Keaton had entered talks to return as Batman for the new Flash standalone movie that director Andy Muschietti was finally actually going to bring to life. But in a conversation with Deadline about some new awards attention for his role in the trial of the Chicago 7, Keaton is showing a little hesitation about the gig. Now, he could be playing coy, right? He could be playing coy, but I really doubt it. Let's be clear right now. This is not the actor turning down the job of putting the bat suit back on completely, more that he's concerned that his own busy schedule and worries about his health in the midst of an ongoing pandemic could get in the way. So that right there is letting you know that he might not even be down. Because, see, I thought the ink should have been dry by now, right? The ink should have been dry by now. This was announced last June. Last summer, we're coming up on another summer, so it's about to be a year coming up when this was announced. Nope. They lied. And that's what I'm saying. WB is just going around throwing these things out. Now, I don't know if this was officially put out by WB last year about Michael Keaton, but they let us, if it wasn't officially put out by them, they let that story run. And they should have nipped it in the bud. They should have said, hold on. We don't know what's going on yet. Because last year we got both Ben Affleck and Michael Keaton supposed to be returning for the Flash movie. And now from what I'm understanding, they ain't even ready for production yet. Script ain't even done. I think they still deciding on the script. Cyborg ain't in the movie no more. Big part of what was going on in the Flash movie. Here's what Keaton says. He says, I'm needing a minute to think about it because I'm so fortunate and blessed. I got so much going on right now, Keaton says. I'm really into work right now. I don't know why, but I am. And so, yeah, I mean, you know, to tell you the truth, somewhere on my iPad is an iteration of the whole Flash thing that I haven't had time yet. I called them and said, I have to be honest with you. I can't look at anything right now. I'm so deep into this thing I'm doing. Also, I'm prepping a thing I'm producing and getting ready to do down the road in the fall that I'll be in, and I feel responsible to that. So yeah, there's that. I'm not being cute or coy. If I talked about it, I'll be just bullshitting you. I don't really know. I have to look at the last draft, to be honest with you. You know what worries me more than anything about all this stuff? So what is he worried about? It's COVID I'm more concerned. I keep my eye more on the COVID situation in the UK than anything. That will determine everything. And so that's why I'm living outside the city here on 17 acres, staying away from everybody, because the COVID thing has got me really concerned. So that's my first thing about all projects. I look at it and go, is this thing going to kill me? Literally. And you know, if it doesn't, then we talk. Chances remain strong that Muschietti and Warner Brothers will be able to talk Keaton into committing fully to the movie, especially since it's about to kick off shooting soon. It's about to kick off shooting soon. Y'all don't even have nobody. And given all the delays, director changes, and rewrites has been through, fingers crossed it actually happens. The sources, that's from Deadline. That was an interview with Deadline. WB, what? Y'all ain't got no ducks in a row. None. How do y'all feel about that? WB out here tripping. DC, y'all making DC look bad. You just came out with the Snyder Cut. Justice League. Tearing up the airwaves right now. Trending. Might still be trending. Came out last Thursday. It's Tuesday right now. I think it's still trending. People still talking about it. People still talking about it. It's a 3-year-old movie that got redone the original way that it should have been done. Yeah, it's 4 hours. But it's a great piece of artwork. Great movie. Great foundation. Great groundwork that y'all can have to make some movies out of. To make some content. To close that gap in on Marvel. Because that's what y'all really want to do. Y'all want to close that gap in. But it seems like y'all want to also be greedy. It's like y'all want to have y'all cake and eat it too. I get it. I get it. Every movie should make $1 billion, right? I get it. Nah. Don't work that way because y'all ain't put the time in. Y'all ain't put the effort. Y'all just gonna keep throwing us movies. Blue Beetles, Zatanna, Batgirl movie coming. We're gonna do a Supergirl movie. We're gonna do a Black Superman movie. We got the new Batman. I think that's the only thing that y'all got going right now is the new Batman movie. But y'all just announced all these movies with nobody attached to them, no actors, no nothing. Just announcing movies. Nothing connects the dots. Nothing. What y'all doing? Literally, what are y'all doing? So, as I said, let's go right on into the next topic because it still stays on this Warner Brothers DC topic because it's like they can't get out of their own way, man. They literally cannot get out of their own way. So this is coming from the Warner Brothers CEO, or I'm sorry, Warner Media CEO, and Sarnoff, right? Justice League Snyder Cut won't get a sequel. Warner Brothers CEO and Sarnoff says Snyder Cut is the end of the Snyderverse. No Justice League 2. I get it. I get it. We let Zach do his thing. You know what I'm saying? We're going to move on from there. Now, with some things that she said that I kind of agree with. You know what I'm saying? Some things she said make some sense. But then it kind of like she backtracked on herself also. So let's get into it. I don't necessarily want this to be long. Let's get into it. Damn ads be running up this shit. All right, so Lee Snyder Cut released Thursday last week, fulfilling the dreams of DC fans who had campaigned for under released their Snyder for over 2 years. But even before it actually graced HBO platforms and video on demand services globally, and in the wake of its releases since, a vocal minority has set on a new mission: restore the Snyderverse. That's the hashtag. Hashtag restore the Snyderverse. And Encore is unlikely, though. It seems Warner Media, the owner of Warner Brothers, which in turn owns DC, might have given in to fan demands over Snyder Cut to help grow HBO Max. But it doesn't look like they are in the mood for any more DC movies helmed by Zack Snyder, which is cool. That's fine. You don't want to bring Zack Snyder back. You don't want to have him back helming no more movies. I kind of figured that was going to be the case anyway. We wasn't going to get no more Zack Snyder, him actually being super, uber, duper involved in these movies. But hopefully that universe that he created still plays a big role, still plays a big part. All right, she goes on to say, this is Ann Sarnoff. We wanted to give Zach the opportunity to complete his vision in a 4-hour movie, which is impossible to do in theaters, correct? We're happy that we have HBO Max to let the rope out as it were, and allow the fans to see all 4 hours of Zach's visions. Warner Brothers chairman and CEO Ann Sarnoff told Variety and added later on the topic of Restore the Snyderverse, I appreciate that they love Zach's work, and we are very thankful for his many contributions to DC. We just so happy that he could bring his cut of the Justice League to life because that wasn't in the plans until about a year ago. With that comes the completion of his trilogy. We're happy and we've done this, but we're very excited about the plans we have. So she's stating like they have plans. And if they got plans, cool. I'm with the plans. Let's see the plans. What plans do you have? Nothing really. Snyder has previously said as much as himself. Yeah, Snyder has said that he probably ain't come back. I mean, you got to think about it. Snyder got probably a bomb ass gig over there at Netflix, doing what he does over there with his what movie? He got the little zombie heist movie. They're doing an anime based on the zombie heist movie, like a prequel to it. They're probably going to try to sign him for more movies going forward. And just let Zach do Zach stuff, right? Let Zach do his thing. So why would I leave from a place to where they just let me do what I do and be Zach to go back to Warner Brothers who treated me like garbage? Why would I do that? Right? So Zach already is saying that nah, he ain't coming back. Don't worry about it. Snyder has previously said as much himself when Snyder was asked about Justice League 2. Given Snyder Cut ends on a massive cliffhanger, the director called a sequel very hypothetical and something that you'll never see. Arnoff's words further substantiate that. This is bound to upset a bunch of DC fans who were no doubt hoping that the release and reception for the Justice League Snyder Cut might prompt Warner Brothers to hand Snyder back control of the DCEU. Arnoff also addressed the toxicity in some parts of the DC fandom, which involve fans hurling abuses at anyone critical of Snyder's approach to superheroes and even going after Warner Media executives. Yeah, they're coming for you, dog, because they believe in this guy's work. Something that y'all quit on my guy. Y'all quit on him. Because basically, the Snyder Cut, or what we just got, these 4 hours, yes, it was a different movie, but the premise was the same. The story was the same. Why did y'all have to hire somebody else when y'all could have just gave us this movie? This movie just could have been out. Then y'all wouldn't even have to worry about the Snyder Cut or anything like that. Y'all hired a company that does trailers to cut up his movie. After y'all hired Joss Whedon, y'all hired a guy that does trailers, a company that puts together movie trailers to edit and do the final cut for his movie. Where they do that at? Where they do that at? So in regards to the toxic fan, she says we're not tolerating any of that. That behavior is reprehensible. No matter what franchise you're talking about or what business you're talking about, it's completely unacceptable. I'm very disappointed in the fans that have chosen to go that negative place with regard to DC. With regard to some of our executives, it's just disappointing because we want this to be a safe place to be. We want DC fandom that feels safe and inclusive. We want people to be able to speak up about the things that they love. So what does the future for DC hold? We already know a fair bit thanks to official reveals and trade reports. Next up is James Gunn's soft reboot of the Suicide Squad. So we got they got 2 movies that I really know of that they have finished product ready to go. Suicide Squad and the Robert Pattinson-led Batman. Supposedly the Ezra Miller Flash is supposed to come, and then we're supposed to get another Jason Momoa Aquaman in 2022. Then we're supposed to have a Shazam, and we're supposed to have Black Adam. Neither of those movies have, matter of fact, none of those movies other than Suicide Squad and the Batman are in production or have filmed. 2 out of the 6 scripts, null and void. I think, no, let me take that back. Black Adam has a script. The Rock, because The Rock is out, he wants to get this done. He wants to get this done. Also, they're developing a Superman reboot with Ta-Nehisi Coates penning it. They want to do the first Latino superhero movie with Blue Beetle. They do have a director for that, which is Angel Manuel. They want to do an Our Man movie. Who asked for an Our Man movie? A New Gods movie with Ava DuVernay. A Plastic Woman. A Static Shock movie with Michael B. Jordan as the producer. A Zatanna movie. Wonder Woman 3. Additionally, there's supposed to be TV series also involved with this in development that's going to be coming to HBO Max because we already have the Peacekeeper coming. nobody has faith in Warner Brothers with their DC content. The fans don't have faith in the executives, the people up top putting these movies out to give us the best product going forward. So all it takes is for one of these movies, one of these films or TV shows to be subpar. And I guarantee you they will lose their whole fan base. All it takes. Let one of those movies not live up to the hype. Let one, matter of fact, they even have the hype? The Batman, the teaser trailer for the Batman looked good. It hyped me up a little bit. Suicide Squad, I don't really know what to expect from Suicide Squad. The Peacekeeper TV show, don't really care about it. And that's what I'm saying. Like, what is making me care about these movies? What makes me care? I ain't even gonna do it. I was about to go in about what Marvel does versus DC. You know what I'm saying? I'm not gonna do that though. Not today. So what do y'all think about her laying rest to the Snyderverse not being restored and then moving on? She says they have plans. She says she is now in control of all the media that falls up under her. Do you think that she actually will give us good content, good continuity with these different types of DC multiversal IPs, properties or whatever? I don't know, man. I'm gonna do. I'm gonna sit back and watch. Hopefully, it's dope. If not, like I said, all is it going to take is one of those movies to be subpar, because they can't just put out good movies. They have to be great because they're playing catch up too bad. So it's got to be great. So anyway, let's keep it moving. Because I'm tired of talking about it. They just can't get out their own. They just get out their way, man. They just cannot get out their own way. So next up, we have Shang-Chi. Now, this is something that I was kind of looking forward to. Shang-Chi has been pushed back. I'm a big fan of the Kung Fu. You know what I'm saying? Big fan of the Kung Fu. So I am actually hyped to see this movie and can't wait for it to come out. And Marvel, y'all was trash in the way that y'all gave us the Mandarin before, but hopefully y'all give us the real deal Mandarin now. Oh, did I miss a chat? Let me see. Yep, let me see. If one of the movies is subpar, then that would change the tune, I think. Nah, Jared, I don't think they'll change their tune, man. I think they're going to keep doing what they do. I don't think, because the thing is, right now, they should have changed their tune with the way Justice League. When Justice League came out, they should have changed their tune. They should, and that interview could have been an older interview, which just now came out. Poor timing, you could say, but I don't think so, man. I think they so happy to be rid of Zack Snyder because it makes them look bad, right? So I think they're just so happy to be rid of him. Go and get him out of here, and then we're gonna get all these new creators. And bravo to them, man. I'm glad for them to have new creators. I just need to know what the direction is, because if you're just throwing us characters with no direction, to me, that's what they did in the 90s. That's what superhero movies was in the 90s, right? A comic book movie in the 90s was just, I'm gonna give y'all a random comic book character, turn it into a movie. Here y'all go, nerds, eat it up. But today's fan aren't just comic book reading nerds. Today's fan likes serialized movies. Today's fan likes things that they can follow. Today's fan likes to sit down with somebody who don't know the comics and get them involved into this universe. That's what today's fan is about. Who knew about the Avengers and everything like that? Who wasn't reading comic books? Who didn't follow it? Marvel got all those fans because they involved the fan base. They let you know that this is a continuing story, just like in comic books. The story never stops in comic books. The story. What you got for me, Lede? What you say? But I think Snyder Cut changed how everybody looking. So going forward, they might have to, because the fan base is going to split if they don't get Snyder Cut level movies. I agree. And that's what I'm saying, though. I totally agree with you. They have to push the bar up. Let these directors, these writers, these creators work and give us the proper vision that they're supposed to get. But let me ask you this, Jared. Do you know who Our Man is? I'll wait. I mean, I know who he is. But do you know who he is? Probably not. And even if you didn't know, why announce a character like Our Man right now? Why not just have it in development? Develop it, see where to fit with these other movies that you got coming out. But you don't just come out and say, hey, we're going to do an Our Man movie. That'll bring them to the theaters. That ain't, who is Our Man? Yeah, I know, no clue, right? You don't know who Our Man is? Ain't nobody ready for Our Man. The reason, and I keep going back to Marvel, because I mean, we talk about that, like with Shang-Chi. Here we got Shang-Chi coming up. People probably don't even really know who Shang-Chi is. But it don't matter, because Shang-Chi, it says Marvel Studios, Shang-Chi and the Legend of 10 Rings. We trust Marvel. We trust Marvel to give us these characters that we don't know about because they fit into the story. And now I want to know how Shang-Chi fits into the rest of the MCU story. You see what I'm saying? I can't miss this movie because this movie fits in. Where does this movie fit in it? I need to know who Shang-Chi is. He looked like Bruce Lee. Is this Bruce Lee? Which he was based after Bruce Lee, just to let anybody know who don't know who Shang-Chi is. But that's what I'm saying. Marvel has and I was talking about this yesterday. We give Marvel the benefit of the doubt because we can trust them. And they've given us some trash before. They've given us some boo-boo movies. But we overlook it because even that movie tells a story that fits in the story previously and the story going forward. So we'll overlook that. We'll overlook it because it accelerates the story. It accelerates the story. DC, what story y'all accelerate? Y'all just let the Snyderverse go. Y'all said y'all not going to do nothing else with the Snyderverse. He done. So what story y'all elevate? Wonder Woman 1984 was garbage. It didn't do nothing for Wonder Woman. It didn't even do nothing for Wonder Woman. But make her look bad. That's all it did, was make Wonder Woman look bad. But yeah, either way, Shang-Chi, the release date has been pushed back. I think they pushed a couple of movies back. Disney did. Yeah, Shang-Chi, Legend of 10 Rings pushed back. Release date is part of a massive Disney shuffle. I think, and the reason why I think the shuffle is happening is because DC can no longer sit on certain movies. And my next topic is about the Black Widow movie finally being released July 9th, right? So I think this shuffle has something to do with that. They can't sit on these movies for too long because they're hemorrhaging money. You know what I'm saying? The money that they took to make these films, people who invested in these films and want return, you know, there's interest. When people put money up for these films, interest starts occurring. So if this interest is just rolling, it's a rolling tally of interest. You know what I'm saying? Remember, Black Widow was supposed to be released last year, right? Last year. Bell Boo. Hey, what's up, Bell Boo? Welcome to Blues House. Appreciate you joining in. But That was supposed to be released last year, right? Now it's just not coming out July 9th, 2021. Think about how much money had just been, you know what I'm saying? How much interest has just been occurring. Think about that. So now Disney has to change this slate up and get these movies out. So Shang-Chi, Disney pushed back the release date of Shang-Chi 2 months to September 3rd, 2021. The film was previously set release date July 9th for 2021. The date now is occupied by Black Widow. So boom, they pushed Shang-Chi back so they could put Black Widow in that spot, which makes all the sense in the world because I've been holding on to Black Widow, which I'm gonna let you know right now. Black Widow, I see you, Adam. Yeah, he did. He appeared in Legends of Tomorrow, and he also appeared on what's the old girl? Star Girl. I mean, like I said, I know who Iron Man is. Part of the JSA, I know who he is, but what about the people who don't watch DC Legends of Tomorrow? You know what I'm saying? Not that I did. Yeah, you looked that up, didn't you? Because you damn sure don't watch no Legends of Tomorrow, man. But anyway, so Black Widow now takes the spot that Shang-Chi was in. Cool. So we know that that Disney is now shuffling things. Get him back. Who you want to get back? Get him back, please. Who you talking about, man? Who needs to come back? But so it says Disney also moved release dates from the films like Free Guy, which will open up August 13th, The King's Man, which will release December 22nd. Additionally, Deepwater will debut on January 14, 2022, and Death of the Nile, February 11th, 2022. Bell Boo says, I don't understand. I feel like they should have just released, what is that? Because there's supposed to be a connection from Black Widow. Oh, Falcon and the Winter Soldier, because there's supposed to be a connection from Black Widow to, yeah, well, all right. So remember, well, I don't know if you know, their TV, like they've been shuffling things. Remember, WandaVision was not supposed to be the first film or the first MCU series on television. Falcon and the Winter Soldier was supposed to, that was the Falcon and the Winter Soldier spot. Like you, and I already previously talked about, Black Widow was supposed to come out last year. So you are absolutely correct. Falcon and the Winter Soldier was supposed to have a connection with Black Widow, you know what I'm saying, and help move that story forward. Now I'm gonna just throw this out here. Not saying that Black Widow is gonna flop, but I don't think Black Widow is gonna be that movie that we think is gonna be, because I'm looking at it like, why are we getting a movie about a dead woman? What does it play for the future? So of August 2020. Yeah, well, and that's what I'm saying. The pandemic pushed pushed everything back. So now one thing that they did do, that Marvel did do, they came out swinging. Soon as the year came up and they knew what they can do, they came out swinging. They hit us with WandaVision, boom. Now they're hitting us with Falcon and the Winter Soldier, boom. And now they're finna hit us with Black Widow coming out for July. Then from there, I think the next Marvel movie is either Shang-Chi and then the Eternals. And in between Shang-Chi and the Eternals, I think we're going to get Hawkeye. If I remember correctly, it'll be Hawkeye in between those two. But now you're right. Like everything got pushed back. Everything got pushed back. So, but they got to release it. They got to release it. They got to. So, let me see. What's next up? Next up, like I said, we're talking Black Widow. Black Widow. She got the official release date I was just talking about of July 9th. She took over Shang-Chi's spot, which is cool. And the thing is, I'm ready to see this Black Widow movie. I'm ready to see Black Widow. I want to see what it gives us. Does it have anything to do with the future going forward? Yeah, you're right. Loki. That's the one I was missing. You're right. In between Black Widow and Shang-Chi is Loki. That's right. And What If? What If should be dope. I'm looking forward to What If. But I'm looking forward to Black Widow, even though I don't think it's gonna give us, because it's been so long, man. You know what I'm saying? We've waited a long time for Black Widow. I know a lot of people is really, really anticipating it, but I always just looked at Black Widow like, why are we getting a Black Widow movie? You know what I'm saying? Like, because with her dying, what story does this help us out with going forward? And I don't know, maybe somebody can help me out with that. I'm just trying to figure out what the story is going forward. It's mutants gonna be in this. That's what I'm waiting on, man. Just give me one mutant. I don't care who it is. It could be an old trash mutant. Give me one mutant, man. I don't care. But Disney has pushed back Black Widow. Where does it say? The same thing I was reading. It says Black Widow's move means that Marvel's Shang-Chi, which was previously set for early July, was bumped back to September 3rd. As we already just talked about, is expected to have a traditional theoretical release. I'm scared that Black Widow might flop the same way Captain Marvel did. And yeah, I agree. I totally agree with you. I think Black Widow might not hit the demographic that it's probably choosing or thinking that it'll hit. Like, even with Captain Marvel did not hit the demo that it thought it was going to hit, right? Some people said it was forcingly too woke, trying to be way too woke with the pro-woman aspect about it. I think it forced Black Widow. I think it was a forced movie. Black Widow to me was forced, and it was kind of rushed to me. That's how I feel when it comes to Black Widow, because they could have told a way better story. With Black Widow. I ain't got no problem with Brie Larson. You know what I'm saying? I think she's too small to be that, because Carol Danvers is she's big. You know what I'm saying? She's big. So, or at least kind of like, she's big. That's all I'm gonna say. she's a tall woman in the comic books anyway. Or she looks tall. She seems tall. She seems to have a nice stature about her. And Brie Larson is short and kind of not necessarily skinny, but she seems kind of stocky to me. But it is what it is. You know what I'm saying? Like I said, I think she did a good thing. What you got for me, Bell Boo? Bell Boo. They're starting a new thing where they fill in the blanks between Civil War and Infinity War. So they're starting with Black Widow, and sometime in the future they're doing Nomad. Oh, you think they're gonna do a Nomad? Oh, hey, the thing is, I got a video coming out about who is it? U.S. agent. I drew a blank. I got a video coming out. I'll be uploading it probably today about the U.S. agent. Just a quick little 5-minute video. But funny you say that about Nomad. You know what I'm saying? When Captain quit being Captain America, how many times? You know what I'm saying? Like, it seemed like Captain America did not want to be Captain America. You know what I'm saying? He quit being Captain America plenty of times. When the government was doing their government thing, he quit. He quit because of U.S. agent. He quit. He wanted to be Nomad. Then he wanted to be the captain. You know what I'm saying? Then he lost his powers and just became old man Cap. He came back and turned bad and became Hydra Cap. You know what I'm saying? Cap a fool, man. Old Steve Rogers. Nomad is Captain America when he quit. Yeah, I know. Yeah, I know who Nomad is. Yep. Grew a beard, got the darker. Remember, he had the cape around with the cape and on it. Nomad, man. Nomad a trip. They trademarked Nomad a couple weeks ago, and then you got the rumors of Chris Evans coming back, so it fits in together. Yeah, I can see that. I can see because with Chris Evans coming back, maybe one use Nomad. Maybe it was Nomad while he was out putting the Infinity Stones back to where they, where they needed to go. I could see him doing that, man. I think that's a story that should be told is the Captain American story of him putting the Infinity Stones back to where they're supposed to go, because I want to know how he got that Soul Stone back. That's one that's wild to me. How do you return the Soul Stone? Even if you know what I'm saying? Like, how do you do that? Or why not? It's another thing too. What if in returning the Soul Stone, I don't know. See, that always messed with my mind. So he goes back. Does he, and is Red Skull there? Does he see Red Skull and say, hey man, I'm just, giving this shit back to you? Or does he go back to when Natasha and Clint are fighting, and he said, hey, look, man, y'all ain't gotta do that no more because we done killed Thanos. Here, y'all could just come back. Like, what happened? I would love to see that exchange between him and the Red Skull, or how he returned the Soul Stone. That's funny to me. Or how he got the Mind Stone and put it back in. Did he take that back? No, because they lost it. So it's so many different. I don't know. I got to go back and watch all this stuff. I'm gonna have to go back and watch all this stuff, man. Yeah, right. Steve, son of Joseph, son of a bitch. Yeah, man. That's what I'm saying. Like, that would be dope. That's you know what? They ain't even got to give us the rest of the stone. Just give me him going off and doing that one. The Soul Stone. Lede said we're going to find out about the Soul Stone and Black Widow. You know what? You just might have just upped the ante for the Black Widow movie. Maybe. I ain't even think about it like that. Okay, Jared. I ain't even really think about it like that. So you think the Soul Stone might have implications on the Black Widow movie? Like on some time travel? Are you talking time travel? I ain't even think about it like that, man. That's dope. That's dope. I'm gonna have to really like ponder on that one, man, because it's just weird to me, man. You know what I'm saying? He took the stones back, and then what did he do? Cap had to been around. Let's say Cap was in his 30s, which I don't think he was, but let's say Cap was in his 30s when he went back. He lived his life out with Sharon Carter, right? Sharon would have been maybe in her 40s, I think, at the time, late 30s. Did she still pass away the same way she passed away in what was that? Was that Winter Soldier she passed away? Or was that Avengers? Either way, I want to know how, his adventures leading up to, because you just don't stop being Captain America. And were there is there now two Captain Americas running around in that timeline? Civil War, right? She died in Civil War. Was there two Captain Americas running around in that timeline? That's you know what I'm saying? The shield. Did he steal the shield from that Captain America? Because remember, his shield was tore up. His shield was all busted. So it's a lot of questions I got, man. I got a lot of questions. How could he give a shield back that he didn't have? Bell Boo says they need to bring back Agent Carter. They want to introduce Sharon Carter as a main character. They need to explain how Peggy has a niece if her brother is dead. You're right. I think they're going to explain that in Falcon and the Winter Soldier. I think you'll get that explained in Falcon and the Winter Soldier, because from what I understand is there's supposed to be a romantic element involving Sharon and Bucky. And I think it's probably going to be explained in that aspect. At one point, there was 5 Caps in New York. 5 Caps. Yeah, you're right. It will be 5 Caps in New York at one point. Damn, you're absolutely right. That's why this time travel, these different offshoots, is messing with my brain, man. They mess with my brain. You absolutely right. It was 5 caps in New York at one time. And this ain't that Back to the Future type with Marty McFly. You know what I'm saying? It's crazy, man. Kevin Feige, man. If you listen to this, Kevin, White Suge, if you listening, bro, you got to help me, man. You got to answer those questions because something ain't making sense. What the fuck is it with Sharon and 100-year-old man? She liked them. She liked them old people, man. She liked them old people. But now, Agent Carter, Kevin Feige, he said that the Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. And Agent Carter aren't canon. So as much as we like for those shows to be canon, those shows aren't canon. So now I do think he should bring Agent Carter back into the mix some kind of way. I think the Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. should be brought back in some kind of way. But from what I understand and what he said is they're not canon. So that's that. But yeah, that's 5 caps running around. That would be, I just still want to see that scene though, man. I would love to see that scene, him returning the stone, or even him returning the stone to the ancient one, right? That'd be dope. Just the conversation that they would have from that. And I wonder what order did he do it in? Did he do it all at one time? You know what I'm saying? Only TV show I hope becomes canon is Daredevil. Yeah, Daredevil was a game changer. I think a lot of people started paying attention to Marvel television shows with that Netflix series. That hallway fight scene, first episode was dope. I think all of Daredevil seasons was dope. The third one I kind of got left behind with that third one. I think it's a lot of things you can do with those characters, whether it's Daredevil, whether it's Iron Fist, Luke Cage, maybe a different cast. Only Melinda May. What you know about Melinda May? Yeah, man. Hey, they need to bring Melinda May back. She should be canon. Now, I would like to see Melinda May. Like if they did a whole new Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. type movie or situation or whatever, you gotta bring Melinda May back. You gotta bring her back. The Cavalry gotta come back, man. It was amazing. Some scenes you just sit there and think, holy shit, he's blind. Yeah, man. And Daredevil was one of my kind of my favorite comics growing up. You know what I'm saying? Especially like the Frank Miller run. And just he was like, Daredevil is a beast, man. He's a beast. Even what we saw with that Netflix series doesn't really do Daredevil the justice that he really deserves and how much of a beast he really is. But I would love to see the real, that split, that separation, that Matt Murdock Daredevil and how he has to use that. And I hope they do. If we get this She-Hulk show, I would love to see, you know what I'm saying? Since she's a lawyer, he's a lawyer. I would love to see them like dueling lawyers, some kind of situation like that. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, Daredevil is a beast, man. Daredevil is Hell's Kitchen. Hell's Kitchen. It proves they could have made Hawkeye deaf. Yeah, they could have made him deaf. But but to stick to the canon, to stick to the lore of Hawkeye, you don't want him deaf yet, right? Maybe you'll get him deaf in this Hawkeye series, and that's why they got Kate Bishop involved. I think you're also getting Echo involved, and I think instead of having, matter of fact, you probably will get the deaf Hawkeye in this one, and that's how him and Echo might have a connection with her being deaf. So I think that'll work. You know what I'm saying? You know what I think the Hawkeye that's going to be a good one. I think Hawkeye going to be dope. I think Hawkeye is going to set up a lot of things going forward. But yeah, you're right. They could have made Hawkeye deaf, but I think they wanted to wait on that. I think you wait on that. You want to bring Kate Bishop in, then do it like that. Hope he's introduced through Spider-Man as his lawyer, or even Foggy. Just something to connect Daredevil. That's the rumor. The rumor has it, you know what I'm saying, that he's supposed to be on set. He was supposed to be filming out in Atlanta, doing that or whatever. But yeah, I mean, it would be dope to see that, to see that happen. Not as Daredevil, but as the lawyer, as Matt Murdock, Foggy, you know what I'm saying, being his partner or whatever. But I don't know, man. I'm not saying that I'm losing faith in Marvel. I just think right now Marvel has a lot going, and I think they're real cocky. I think especially with WandaVision, what they had plenty of, it's like WandaVision trolled us. I'm just come out and say that. WandaVision trolled us. It's no fault but our own, but they trolled us, right? Because as dope and as smooth as a story that WandaVision was, and it was just about her grief and how she was dealing with that, they purposely put certain emphasis on certain scenes, right? They put emphasis on the beekeeper. They put emphasis on Monica when she said, "I'm gonna go meet with the astro engineer." They put emphasis on Evan Peters, even had him running around like he was Quicksilver for real. They put emphasis on Dottie. You know what I'm saying? Which is actually dope storytelling. But when you do that and then there's no payoff at the end, it makes the fans mad. It makes us feel like we were stupid. You know what I'm saying? We had WandaVision 8 for what, 9 weeks, 8 off of our theorizing, our conspiracy theories. We kept that story alive, even when the first 2 episodes was slow and in black and white, and people was like, "Man, what's going on? I don't care. Did you see that Easter egg of the Grim Reaper's helmet up there?" We was looking for each and every Easter egg. We didn't care how slow the episode was. And Kevin Feige, Marvel, they took advantage of us on that. That's what I believe. Still overall a dope show, good show, but I still think that they're getting a little too cocky. Remember Iron Man 3, they faked us out with the Mandarin. I'm still not gonna forgive them for that one. I'm not, because that's Iron Man's foe. That's his nemesis, right? And this was before the MCU had become this big, broad, huge thing. This was before all that, and you faked us out with the Mandarin. And not only that, Iron Man 3 was trash. I did not like that movie. I'm sorry. I did not like it. It's very forgettable. Very forgettable to me. He didn't spend no time in the suit. I think they used the extremists wrong. You know what I'm saying? So Marvel, and I said this yesterday on my show, Marvel has given us some duds. A lot of people say Marvel can't miss, and I'll be like, man, that's a lie. Marvel can miss. It's just we give them benefit of the doubt. Thor 2, miss. Iron Man 3, miss. Avengers 2, miss. It's some misses, but we give them the benefit of the doubt because we want to see this story continuing. We want to see this story be fleshed all the way out with more characters coming in, because if we, us as the fans, if we don't stay behind this fandom or this property, then it's going to go down and we won't get nothing like this again. So we give them the benefit of the doubt. And I think they're starting to see that. Oh, the Marvel fans ain't going nowhere. We'll give them Ralph Boner. They hit us with a dick joke. They hit us with a dick joke in WandaVision. Ralph Boner. Come on, man. You knew everybody was looking for mutants. And we still don't know what Wanda is. Still in the dark on that. Come on, man. Come on. But yeah, that's my little rant. That's my little rant. Anybody else got any questions or comments? Let me know. Let me know before I sign off. And just to reiterate, Black Widow has the official release date of now July 9th. So that's this year, 2021, July 9th. But also, and I kind of figured before I go, let me say this. I kind of figured, I knew that not only would they give that release date, but it was something that I forgot to put out. It's also going to be simulcasted or day and date streaming on Disney Plus Premiere. And that's what I mean by they had to put this movie out because they got to recoup this money. They got to recoup this money. Now, I believe it will recoup or it will make some money because by the time July comes around, I think movie theaters will be back in full, if not full capacity, somewhere around 70 to 75% capacity operating as such. Then you have those who would rather just stay at home and watch it, who still might be fearful of the virus that's out. So it's a smart play. It's the smart play to do, but I knew that they were going to do it. For the longest, they was like, oh, we don't want to put it on Disney Plus. Everybody was like, man, just put it on Disney Plus. It's easy. Put it on Disney Plus. People watch it. We get the story. We move on. Because as of right now, people aren't expecting. We're not expecting Black Widow. They are. Let me back up. Disney is expecting Black Widow to make money. The fans don't really care. They just want to see the story. We just want to see the story. We're ready for this to come and go so we can go on to the next. Because right now, with the way that the good thing about Marvel is everything is connected. The bad thing about Marvel is everything is connected. So its story is only good as its weakest link, right? Right now, Black Widow is a weak link because of the continuity issues, because of the release date. So the fans, they just want to see Black Widow so we can go ahead and get to the next. So yep, now July 9th, both on Disney Plus and out in movie theaters. So if you want to venture out to the movies to watch it, go. I suggest go do it. From what I understand, the movie theaters is clean. They got the fresh air come. They, you know what I'm saying? They clean it up. Everything is nice. So, you know what I'm saying? Get that go get you a movie ticket and sit down and enjoy it, because I think movies like this is supposed to be seen on the big screen, man. Go watch it on the big screen. But if nobody else has any questions or comments, I'm about to wrap it up. Like I said, you can hit me at all my social media, which is Blues House on everything. That's Facebook, Instagram, Twitter. I'm also on Discord, which I think Microsoft is about to buy. Then if you want to support the channel, go to www.buymeacoffee.com/blueshouse. You can go there, leave a comment and a tip, and I will read your comment or your question live on air and give you a shout out. Which Marvel project? Okay, I got one more for you. Which Marvel project are you the most one I'm excited for? I want to see how Eternals turns out. I'm actually reading that book right now. I think it's the fourth issue just dropped of Eternals. Thanos is back. As you know, Thanos is the Eternal. I'm excited because I want to see the story of that, because what's dope about the Eternal story is we know that Celestials came down. They made 3 races. They made the Deviants, which were demon-like, deformed, ugly-looking humanoids. They made the Eternals, beautiful angel-like beings with powers. And then they experimented on the human race. And that human race turned out to be, dare I say it, mutants. So mutant kind. So I want to see how they play that. I want to see, is Thanos going to be involved, especially with his parents being on, you know what I'm saying, being some important being or important people when it comes to the Eternals. I want to see, matter of fact, I would love to see a backstory on early Thanos, how his mom wanted to kill him. You know what I'm saying? I'm pretty sure they won't have that because they basically changed Thanos' whole backstory. You know what I'm saying? But I would love to see how Thanos was interacting with the Eternals at the time, because remember, he said that he saw you know, his people were starving or something like that. If I have to go back and watch it, but he explained that. So I would love to see that, man. I think that'd be dope. But that's my time, man. That's the project I'm waiting on. Bell Boo Eternals. So that's my time. I appreciate y'all for joining with me. I'll be back tomorrow. Same bat time, same bat channel. That's 5 o'clock, around 5-ish. And end credit scene is gonna be Rhodey choking baby. That'll be dope. That's what he said he wanted to do, huh? That would be dope. Hey, Bellboo, join me again back tomorrow. Like I said, around 5 o'clock, I'll be back. We can talk more tomorrow. And if you want to support the channel, like I said, www.buymeacoffee.com/blueshouse. You can go there, leave a question or a comment, and I'll answer it live on air. You ain't got to go home, but you got to get out. You got to get the hell up out of here, man. And I'm out. Peace.